Living with cystic fibrosis means I've always faced challenges with my health, but when my kidneys failed 2 years ago is when my life really changed. It's been the hardest challenge that I've had to face so far, but I just have to face it day by day, and this video is an insight to my daily routine. So, good morning. So first thing I do, like, this is part of my routine every morning, so I'll come downstairs, switch the dialysis machine on. This is like the top part of the machine that primes all the treatment. I get the equipment ready the night before, so that's the cartridge. This like artificial kidney is in there, if you like. The sterile field to put myself on, and the bags of fluid as well. So there's quite a lot involved, you know. So I get this out each night, and all this is part of the setup. So the most important ones here, they're red and blue, and they signify like veins and arteries basically. The blue is your, the red is your arterial, which takes blood away from the body, and the blue is the venous, which returns it to the body. And that is pretty much the artificial kidney there. So that little piece of plastic is what does the job of my kidneys at the moment. Filters out all the toxins of potassium and phosphate and things like that. And yeah, keeps me alive basically. So in we go. Push that down and that locks it in. Okay, so that's the spike. Keep that nice and clean, keep it away from anything. We twist that off the big bag. That gets pushed in there. Give it a twist. And then that's my my flow button there, that'll prime the machine. Get the fluid going. And then you'll see it just starts to run down the tubes there, if you like. So whilst that's setting up, it's basically like hydrating the kidney, hydrating all the lines, getting the air out of there, ready for the treatment. So now's time for the sterile field. Open this out. So this is sterile now, so anything that goes on there should be kept nice and clean. Basically like keeps any sort of like bugs, bacteria, things like that off there. There we go. That's the setup done. So we've got 20 minutes now for the machine to prime. Once that's primed, I can get on there. So yeah. Okay, so whilst the machine's priming, this is like part of a little ritual that I do each day. So I've got 20 minutes to wait for that machine to be finished working. And yeah. This is something that I do every morning. I think it's more like, because I'm not working, I used to have routine in the morning and, you know, that sort of structure in your life. And now that I wake up later in the day, I've got dialysis to do. I think this is just like, it helps keep my head, you know, it's part of a routine, it's part of a structure. So I like doing it every day really. So I cut up a lemon. And this is like on an empty stomach, so before I eat anything or... This is my, my juicer. I swear by this thing. So this is one thing that I've got to be careful with the kidney failure, because fruits and vegetables, they're high in potassium. So if I'm making like fruit juices and stuff, I've got to be careful that my, you know, potassium doesn't go high. So at the moment I'm just juicing celery. It's disgusting, but it's good for the stomach. I find as well, like, because I've had a lot of medication and stuff, I do get some digestive problems, like a lot of heartburn and things like that. Right. Be right back, I'll just get the celery. You don't like that, do you? She'll eat anything that I give her, apart from like grains. Yeah, no. So, nice and easy, just cut the ends off there. So, in we go. There we go, there's the magic stuff. Felt like any solid food until half an hour after I've had this, just to let it, you know, give it time to sort of get through the body and stuff. So cheers. It's got to be downed. It's not a drink that you can just sip and enjoy. Hopefully after the transplant this will be margarita or something. Whiskey sours maybe. Since my kidneys have gone, and I found it has helped. Like, I do bloods each week, so I take my blood on you know, like midweek or something, send them into the doctors, and that's all like my blood levels and stuff. And I found that my EGFR, which is the kidney filtration rate, was as low as like 3 or 4. And I started implementing this and like eating more greens, taking refined sugar out and stuff. And over the course of like 6 months, my EGFR went up to about 9. Yeah. So I don't know, coincidence maybe, I don't know, but all my blood started to get better after I was doing this you know, implementing all these sort of like drinks in the morning and better diet and stuff. Yeah, the only thing that is high is the potassium, but that's just because it's so high in fruits and vegetables. And it's like a psychological thing as well, because like, I mean, you know, the industry that I work in, you know, it's health and fitness, and a big part of that is like what you put into your body. And when my kidneys first failed, I was on a really strict diet in Manchester Royal Hospital. Like, they were double boiling my veg, so it was just like mush, you know, to get the potassium out, and eating things like white bread and Rice Krispies and all these refined foods that in reality are worse for us, but on a kidney diet they're the best things that I can have, because they're so low in like potassium and all these vitamins and minerals that I should be getting, but you know, you can't do it. And that's part of the reason why I do dialysis every day as well, because I could do it as little as 3 times a week, but I'd have to really restrict the amount of fluid. Like, I'd be restricted to 500 mils a day. Well, in them 2 drinks I've probably had 500 mils already, you know, and it's first thing in the morning, so doing dialysis more often just gives me a bit more freedom. So the machine beeps to let me know that it's all primed, so all I do is press the mute button. It's going to start again, press it again. So you notice that there's like a pump almost, like you can see the kidney there, the water's pumping through, so just got to take some extra steps, make sure there's no air in the lines. Finish now from here, 30 mils. And this just gets any air out the top of the kidney. You see how it travels into the syringe there, and then it's no longer in the circuit then. So I'll clamp that off. So there's an order to all this. It's not like I'm doing it, you know, randomly. This is all like a step by step. So that lets the air out of there, and then I can start connecting these circuits. So it's green first of all, clamp that off. So this is the waistline, and it's a little bit naughty this as well, what I'm going to do, but I hope none of my nurses watch this because they'll probably bollock me, but that's going out the window. It's a waistline, so it doesn't really matter, but it should get connected up to this, but you have to clean it so often. It needs cleaning. I've not done that yet, so. Okay, and there we are, all set up, ready. So, treatment time is 3 hours, and that's every day. I can do more, I can do less. Last night I got back from London quite late, and because it was like 9 o'clock by the time I got on treatment, I just did 2 hours. So, you know, I can sort of chop and change it. The dry weight is about 72 kilos at the moment. So I can see that says 74 kilos, so what that shows is the amount of fluid that's on my body. So 72 kilos is my target weight. I'm weighing 74, so I need to take about 2 litres of fluid off. Say like a litre amounts to like a kilo in weight, so. And there we go. So I get some gloves go on. And as a lad with clumsy hands, this was probably the hardest part to learn. Because it's like you've got to put the gloves on without touching the outside. So. I've mastered it now, I'm a pro. So both the syringes are on there, and what I'm doing is I'm taking out a line lock, which I do at the end of a treatment, and that just stops the lines from clotting really. So I unclamp that one, lift it up, take the blood out there, give it a little flick to help the air come out as well. Same with that one. There we go. Okay, so back to the red. Twist that off. This is a flush, it's just saline, helps keep the line clear. So I pull it back first to get the air out of the line again, and then push it. Same with this one. Right then, so both lines are ready now for the treatment. So I press the green button on here. Press it once, press it twice. Unclamp these, press the green button, and you'll see the arterial line. That'll start to take blood. You can see it just travels up to the top there. See it change colour, goes darker. Reset up for the next 3 hours. Went into hospital over a year ago with a really low HB level. It was like 50, which is classed as critical, and I had to have a couple of blood transfusions just to get the red blood cell count up again. So like if your HB is low, can lead to like other organ failures, like your heart can start shutting down and stuff, so it's pretty scary. I felt like a zombie as well. I was really like pale skinned and dark eyes and stuff, so pull the cap off the end and you can see that little needle. So pinch the skin, 3, 2, 1. And that stings. Give it a little rub. And there we go. So yeah, that's just once a week. Keeps my red blood cell count up. So at the end of the treatment, like, you can see how much blood has been filtered. So if I press this, you can see that's 58 litres of blood. In 3 hours that's been like cleansed. 2 litres of fluid has been taken off my body. And that's the time there, just under 3 hours. So yeah, so you can see just a bit of blood left in the line, but it washes it all back through the kidney. So itself. So yeah, that's the full dialysis session. Feeling a little bit hazy and a little bit weak, but that's just because it filters out protein, vitamins, minerals. So the first thing I do after dialysis is I'll go and have like a drink with spirulina, a bit of fruit, and get a bit of energy, and then have something proper to eat about an hour session, done and dusted. So I try and forget the fact that it tastes like pond water just by thinking about the benefits, you know. So same again, it's not a drink that I like to savour, just get it down. Yeah, so it's like, depending on what I've got on in the day, sort of determines when I do dialysis. Sometimes, like if it's a really nice day and I've got a few things planned, I'll wait until the evening to do dialysis, because then, you know, I get on it at like 7, 8 o'clock, finish at like 11, you know, and just go straight to bed. But other times it's better to get up and do it first thing in the morning. I do still train like a handful of clients at the gym, and so that's who we're off to meet now. We're going to go and meet John. So, and yeah, this is just sort of like a standard day for me as a personal trainer with kidney failure. Yeah, so here we are, Fortitude Fitness, the place to be. It's nice to come and get in an environment where everybody's working hard, everyone's friendly, and you know, they recognise you. It's nice. So let's go and do our thing with John now. We'll train him, work him hard, and yeah, let's see how it goes. John's one of them who I can throw anything at him, he'll try it. And obviously, like I can put him through his paces, and sometimes it can get a little tedious, you know, like when it's same session after same session, but